Hey, you at home, do you want to know all about the United States imports and exports from 2000 to 2009?
No, not really.
Let us go back to a time before you were born, the year of 2000, a time where you could take more than 3.4 fluid ounces of liquid on a plane without being considered a threat to society.
Four big guys.
First, the exports. The U.S. exported three main things. The third most exported being motor vehicle parts. Second was aircraft parts. First was computer components, most of which went to Canada. Must be the reason why they're number 2 in the world for gaming. Want to know who's number 1? It's Finland. The orders of categories exported continued up until about 2008, which we'll get into later. There were three main imports the U.S. was receiving, the third being computer components, second, automobile engines, and the topmost being oil. Yummy. This pattern continued for the remaining period of the decade, but in 2008 we saw a special change. Coming in close to the third most exported but reaching fourth came soybeans. Today the U.S. is the second soybean exporter in the world. Yeah. I'm sorry, I just felt like that was a critical part to your ever-expanding classroom knowledge. Let's see how much money the U.S. spent and received that decade. Here's this cool little fun chart. Now, as you can see, the imports came to about $18.56 trillion this decade. The exports totaled up to $13.06 trillion. As you can tell, the U.S. imported much more than they did export, giving a national trade deficit in the 2000s decade of $5.5 trillion. Now let's take a little peek at trade partners. The main countries exported to were Canada, Mexico, Japan, China, and the UK, with the biggest exported to being Canada and Mexico. The main imports came from China, Canada, Mexico, Japan, and Germany, with the most amounts of imports from Canada and China. As you can see, we have main trade involvement with China, Canada, and Mexico. Canada and Mexico are neighboring countries, meaning that we're able to transport goods between each other more easily. China, although it's very far away, has a lower standard of living and is able to produce cool, awesome, goody-good, fun-time stuff for relatively much cheaper than other countries.
Sponsored by the Earth for Kids Foundation.